Hello, friends, and welcome back to the another explosive topic. So, guys, we have seen the political disagreements before. We have seen the policy splits, messaging disputes, and even the personal fallouts. But hearing Marjorie Taylor Greene say that Donald Trump made the biggest political miscalculation of his career by calling the Epstein file as hoax. Yes, guys, that's not the minor turbulence. That's a direct rebuke from inside the movement. And she didn't stop there. In an interview released by the Newsweek, Green said Trump fought the hardest to stop these files from being released and only signed the Epstein Files Transparency Act because it became a massive political problem. Those are her words, not anonymous sources, not speculation, her words. Here is why this matters, guys. Earlier this year, the Department of Justice released more than 3 million pages of material under the Epstein Act transparency legislation that the Trump signed into law in November. The release included roughly 2,000 videos and 180,000 images. It's also important to state clearly, guys, appearing in the files is not evidence of criminal wrongdoing, and no arrest or charges have been filed against those named. But the release, with the millions of pages still withheld, ignited a political firestorm. Republican and Democrats alike have called for greater transparency. Trump, meanwhile, has suggested the country should move on and previously described the controversy as hoax, driven by the Democrats. Green says that framing was a mistake. In her telling, Trump resisted bringing the bill forward. She claimed that House Speaker Mike Johnson initially refused to bring it on the floor and that she, along with the Thomas Massie, Nancy Mace, and Lauren Boebert, had to join Democrats in using a discharge petition to force a vote. She argued that many Republicans only supported release after sustained pressure from the voters. And then came the DOJ's follow up letter to the Congress, outlining categories of released and withheld records. It included a list of more than 300 prominent individuals named or referenced in the materials. That list immediately drew criticism. Green pointed out that if included names that appear unrelated to Epstein crimes, including politicians who supported transparency and even public figures long deceased, she cautioned why unrelated references, such as stories about her stance on COVID policies, were included. Representative Ro Khanna argued that the DOJ was nudging the waters between predators and those merely involved in emails. Representative Nancy Mace said the memo did not represent a full release and would continued oversight. Also, Thomas Massie went further, accusing the administration of failing to deliver the transparency it promised. And even podcaster Joe Rogan publicly rejected the idea that the files were a hoax. So, guys, at the center of this is a simple political question. Transparency versus control. Trump has stated that Democrats were closer to Epstein and that the controversy is overblown. Attorney General Pam Bondi wrote in her letter to Congress that no records were withheld due to embarrassment or the political sensitivity, and that omissions were unintentional, tied to the speed and volume of compliance. Now, lawmakers pushing for broader disclosure say they will continue investigating redactions and seeking additional records, including from the intelligence agencies. So, guys, what does this movement represents? First, it highlights a fracture within Republican coalition, particularly among figures once aligned closely with Trump. Green, one of his supporter, is now publicly accused of misjudging political consequences of dismissing the issue. Secondly, it underscores the ongoing fallout from the file release. With millions of pages still withheld, the debate is no longer just about names, it's about the process, redactions, and credibility. And third, it keeps the Epstein files squarely in the political arena heading towards the midterms. Whether this becomes a defining issue or fades into the broader noise of Washington will depend on what comes next. Further disclosures, legal scrutiny, and continued pressure from both sides of the SL. But one thing is clear, guys, Calling the controversy a hoax did not end it. If anything, it intensified scrutiny from Democrats, from some Republicans, and now former allies inside MAGA. And that's not speculation, guys, that's the current state of play. So, guys, that was the major update from today's story. So, let me know what do you think on this in the comments. We'll see you guys in the next video. If you like this breakdown, kindly give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to our channel for such amazing daily updates. Thank you.